Nobody could have predicted this, a 3-2 start for the Nittany Lions after just stacking talent this offseason. I want to quickly look at this UCLA game. There were just a couple of plays that if PSU made them, they probably would have won. Again, these are not the reason why you lost. There were a million other reasons why you lost this game. I look at that last drive, those second and fourth down plays, just not good blocking up front on the two biggest plays of the game, really conservative play calling. My issue with that was when your defense makes a huge stand, opposing interim head coach makes a big mistake, going for it on fourth down instead of punting it away. Those are supposed to be game-losing plays for UCLA, right? Now you have the ball on their 30-yard line. It's about as easy as it gets to put the ball in the end zone. At the end of the game, both teams are tired. This is where you show your depth. This is where you show your talent. This is where the better team should go down and make the plays to win the game. And it was an issue of the Penn State play calling, and I think this does directly come from Franklin. Because I think on that first play when you go downfield to Reynolds, that's Coach K trying to put the ball in the end zone. And then it's coming back upstairs and saying, okay, we need to run the ball. We need to get this on the ground. We need to work the clock. The clock doesn't matter if you lose the game. The first thing you have to do is put the ball in the end zone if you're losing by a touchdown with under a minute to go. Especially when your defense just made a huge stand. They'd been great all fourth quarter. You have to trust that and say, if we go and score a touchdown right now, tie up this game, our defense isn't going to do anything, allow any points with 30 seconds on the clock. That was crucial. And then obviously on the defensive side, that Zane Durant offsides, just such a crucial mistake on fourth down in the fourth quarter. If you were going to say a play that, like one play that lost the game, I would point to that. Yeah, it's a 5-yard penalty on fourth down, gives them first down. I don't think UCLA was ever planning on snapping the ball there. Based on their alignment, based on their formation, based on other plays from that game, I think Penn State gifted them 7 points by that play. And then when you lose by a touchdown, you look at that and you're like, well, that might have been a game-losing play. And then demoralizing the team, and then most importantly, taking more time off the clock at that point in the game. But overall, a couple plays didn't make a difference in a 25-point favorite game over UCLA, and you lose by a touchdown. Defensively, guys couldn't make the necessary plays to bring down Nico Iamaleava when he was on the run. Dom DeLuca, he had a huge opportunity with Tony Rojas out with injury, and he was just out of position a lot. And in terms of the scheming, the lack of a QB spy and man coverage was an issue as well. Listen, Penn State tried to play a lot of man coverage in this game. Jim Knowles has worked in a lot more zone than Penn State had been used to under guys like Tom Allen and Manny Diaz. In this game, there was an unusual amount of man coverage. I'm not entirely sure why, because all throughout the first half, it was man coverage just getting torched by Nico's legs. And when you give up almost 300 yards on the ground, I think you got to be able to stack the box at some point and say, hey, let's make this guy, who's been terrible all year, let's make him throw the ball. And there was not any point in the game where Penn State's defense forced UCLA to pass the ball to win the game. And that comes with game script. If you're down 20 points, you got to say, let's force them to throw the ball. You can't give up 300 yards on the ground to the Bruins.